Legends, where we have a chat with everyday heroes from around the way. I'm Pedro Muriel, and I'm here with Amy, and we're here talking about the Unbridled Heroes Project.
I am a rebel, I am defiant, going against the odds, striving for great, my actions define it. Taking back what is ours, spell like David against Goliath. Even when stakes are large, I'm not afraid to take down a giant. In order to walk with the gods, play the cards that was handed.
Welcome back to Local Legends. I'm Pedro, and we're here with Amy and Mark from the Unbridled Heroes Project, where they take horses and veterans and they pair them together for equine therapy. So tell us a little bit of how you guys got started.
So we're, we both served, but it wasn't really until Mark came back from Iraq that we saw a lot of the struggles that so many of our men and women go through when they come back from a tour. And Mark went through the traditional therapies, which were amazing, but it wasn't really until we were introduced to a horse rescue, which we had no idea existed, that there was such a thing as horse rescues. That we were able to see the impact of a horse that had been through trauma, and also a veteran or any person who's been through some sort of trauma, and the effect they have at one another. And that's pretty much how we started, with that idea of how do we take this, which could be a liability, how do we take a horse that's essentially broken inside and been abused and pair that with a veteran who's also been through a lot.
So can you talk to us a little bit about the horses that you have here on site?
Yes.
Mark?
Yeah, we got 6 Mustangs. So, and then we also have 4 minis. Because the Mustangs, they can be kind of intimidating. I mean, it's an 1,100-pound horse, and they do have minds of their own. I mean, they can be. Yeah, they can be a little.
And how's that pairing up with the mini horses? Because mini horses also have their own personalities. I'm very familiar with Rocket, big fan.
Yes.
And he seems to be the leader of the pack in his own way.
He is. He thinks he's number 2.
Okay.
He likes to tell all over their horses, he's in charge. And they let him just like, all right, little guy, whatever you think, So it's cute, but the minis are there, and they're great because they're not intimidating. They won't kill you or anything. It might nip you, and it'll hurt, but it's good.
It's better than the big ones hurting you.
Yeah, those ones hurt.
Yeah,
the big ones hurt.
Now, in the 3 years that you guys have been doing this, first of all, how'd you get? You come from? You said you're from Colombia, right? Have you worked with horses before?
No, I never have. I grew up riding horses, growing up at, just like trail riding, but I never worked with them in the capacity that we are right now, in this holistic way of working with horses that have been through like extreme trauma.
And one of the things that you guys mentioned on your website, which you guys can check out, what's the name of the website again? The Unbridled Heroes Project.com, correct? .org. Okay.
Unbridledheroes.org.
Awesome. So on the website, you guys mentioned, you talk about how you don't really give too many lectures or speeches or anything like that when you're doing the therapy amongst veterans, and you take a bridled approach, if you will. Can you talk to us a little bit about that approach?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're in the back. They're just phenomenal. With Unbridled Heroes, what makes us different than other equine therapy places is that we don't use bomb-proof horses that are completely safe. We found a parallel with the American Hero and the American Mustang in the sense that the American Mustang America was built on the back of these horses, and they are free. They're living legends. They're the symbol of America, and they're stripped from their land, from everything they know, and they're thrown into an environment where they're expected to thrive. And essentially, what people do is break their spirit. And much like we found with our American heroes, that when they go off to war, same kind of thing, they come back to a situation which maybe they can't really relate to anymore after being what they've been through. So that was the big parallel, and it's beautiful because when we take these horses in, we don't break them. We use organic ways, music, aromatherapy to let them heal. And when we have a veteran come in, it's beautiful. The horses just know what to do. We recently had a veteran who reached out for help from Afghanistan. He served in Afghanistan, a young guy, and one of our Mustangs, Kaya, who
We just met.
You just
We
met,
just met
yeah.
Kaya.
She went through extreme trauma and is very standoffish, especially with men. And she just, I mean, they mirrored each other, and the connection was just, it's so profound and so beautiful what they're able to do for one another.
That's an awesome, awesome thing. Now, what are the services that you provide besides the equine therapy through this project?
So through this project, we offer obviously the equine therapy for our veterans, which is at no cost to them. We also, so we have 2 licensed therapists and 2 EGALA specialists, which their job is to know the herd and keep our clients safe.
Right.
We work with at-risk teams, which is a great match with our horses. We just partnered with Holy Name Hospital, where we are going to be bringing our herd, we call them the medicine herd, to hospice and working with their, not just the hospice patients, but the families of hospice. We also ran our first cancer support group with our horses.
Awesome.
It's all groundwork, there's no riding, so it's really incredible because the horses match you. Their heart rates, actually, they mirror your heart rate. Your breathing patterns change. It's incredible.
That's awesome.
That being said, horses are super intuitive, and how are you able to get your clients essentially to adjust to kind of being read in a way by the horse? So how do you get them to calm down? How do you get them to relax, especially if you're a vet who's just coming in from overseas or just trying to make that adjustment? What is some things that you do to make sure that they're calm when they're approaching the animal for the first time?
Just kind of, I don't know. That's one of the good things about it being like a wild Mustang. Like, you are going to take it slower. You're not going to try to rush up and be like, "Hey, horsey," and it's like, oh shit, that's it's a wild horse. But I mean, it is. It's just one of those respect things. The person respects the horse, and the horse will, respect you. And if they don't want to come to you and talk to you, then that's fine. They'll just, they'll go the other way. And if the horse wants to, the horse will come right to you, and it's good.
All right. I think what you guys do is absolutely amazing. I'm actually interested in coming and trying out the equine therapy. If anyone wants to donate to you guys, give us the website and any information that you guys have to offer so that people can donate and contribute to your project.
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is unbridledheroes.org, and on our website we have a PayPal where you can donate. You can also mail any checks to 100 Franklin Turnpike in Allendale, New Jersey, to the Unbridled Heroes Project. And we have Facebook fundraisers all the time, and we're learning how to use the other social media outlets to, learn how to get donations through that. So, yeah, very thankful.
And you definitely have to check them out on Instagram
Absolutely.
and TikTok. Rocket is an absolute superstar. Big fan. So, lastly, before we let you go, what is the kind of legacy that you want to leave behind for the Unbridled Heroes Project? And this can go for both of you.
I know mine. For me, Unbridled Heroes, and then I'm going to know, because it's so important. Like, the term Unbridled Heroes is just that. It's like unbridling is taking the bridle off the horse and letting it be back free. And when we talk to kids or anybody about Unbridled Heroes, it's just that. The legacy is that if you were all born into this world wild and primal when you first come in, and then you're shaped by your environment, your parents, society, school, whatever, and you kind of lose that core of who you are. And our legacy, we want people to unbridle themselves and have that voice and take that leap of faith and do it what it is that they're supposed to be doing in this world. And we believe that if everyone can change, that mindset to believe in themselves and have that voice, that it could really, really make massive impact, not just here, but globally.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Awesome.
We'd like to thank both of you for your service, first of all.
Yes.
Marine Corps, Army,
Thank you.
And once again, this is Local Legends. And I'd like to thank you guys for spending time with us, and we'll see you guys next time. I'm Pedro.
Daniree.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am a rebel, I am defiant. Going against the odds, striving for great, my actions define it. Taking back what is ours, feeling like David against Goliath. Even when stakes are large, I'm not afraid to take down a giant. In order to war with the gods, play the cards that was handed. Sacrificed and we managed. Came about the circumstances, now we raising all the standards. Nothing was given, we planned it. Through the trials, tribulation, and pressure, going the distance, striving no matter how far we measure. We all together coming alive. We on the rise, putting it all on the line. Only the strong survive. Coming alive. We on the rise, putting it all on the line. Cause only the strong survive. All that I knew was the struggle. I came up from nothing, from out of the rubble. To make it to something, I had to go hustle. And grind till my weakness developed to muscle and stick to the oath. Fight to be free, my back on the ropes. Good ain't enough, I'm striving for gold. Little fish in the sea, desire to grow is what kept me afloat. Start to align with a passion, manifested in the grind. Put an action in a habit to do time. At the map, when you put it all on the line. Bigger and stronger, I'm back and I'm better. I've been through the storm, I passed the bad weather. Now hard is the norm, I'm loving the pressure. I know that greatness is what we ahead of, I'm coming alive. We on the rise, putting it all on the line. Only the strong survive. Coming alive. We on the rise.
Sit, Shadow, sit. Good dog.